In today's video, I'm welcoming a young, brave woman from India. Her name is Riddhi. I met her in one local store while shopping. Like many women, we start talking about fashion and fabrics and design, but we ended up going further and sharing a lot of different traditions and customs which are related to our two different cultures. I was impressed by her openness, by her curiosity. She was willing to hear and learn about new things. But above all, I was impressed by her courageous decision to come to a foreign country to study and live on her own. Riddhi is the first voice of youth on my project, and I want to thank her for taking this participation. Welcome.
Thank you.
Can you please introduce yourself with more words?
Sure. My name is Riddhi. I am 22 years old, born and raised in India. I came here to study a major in chemistry and a minor in philosophy. And I know that both the subjects are kind of opposite, but they're both interesting and they both resonate with my inner well-being. So I am able to use both to make a better decision and live a more fulfilling life.
Mm-hmm. Before we start, I'm interested to hear a story about your name. I happen to know that a lot of names, especially from Asia, are having specific meanings behind them. So I want to know if name Riddhi mean anything.
Riddhi represents goddess of wealth and abundance. So the god who has two wives, one is Riddhi and other one is Siddhi. Siddhi represents fame and prosperity, and Riddhi represents wealth and abundance. So that's what my name represents.
Nice name, nice name. I will try to pronounce it correctly. So can you help me with that?
Sure.
How can I say? Is it Riddhi?
So it's just R and keep the R soft. So it would be Riddhi.
Riddhi. Okay, I'll do my best. When did you come to Canada?
I came in 2016.
Mm-hmm. What I want to know is there a specific reason why you choose Canada?
I chose Canada because it's a beautiful country. It's a beautiful place. And I had been to United States when I was very young. But now I was making a decision that I have to go out of my homeland to study and to explore that place. So I heard so many things about Canada and its global community, and I wanted to come and explore and be a part of one. So I chose Canada, and particularly UVic, because UVic has one of the best chemistry departments in the whole country. And I love the program. I love the team, the faculty, and we have a great research team, and they're all skilled, which I think are an asset to my professional development.
Amazing. In last video, when I spoke with Akiko, she mentioned that some of the international students from Japan are actually preparing they visit to Canada for 2 years. So did you have the similar situation? Did you prepare
No, I actually came from Delhi right after my high school. When I finished my grade 12, I waited for a few months, just did some things and worked on my hobbies and just came to Canada.
In a previous video, I spoke with an educational counselor from Japan, and she's mentoring the students from Japan who are coming here to study. And now I have opportunity to speak with you. And I love that because I'm getting the next chapter of the same book. So I want to know more about your student life. You're here for last 3 or 4 years, if so, from 2016. So what was like to be a student in Canada?
In Canada, it was great. I got to meet so many people. I got to be a part of this huge community that we have from all over the world. I was a student, so I was most of the time very busy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Can you tell
because,
me? Can you tell me more about your student life?
yeah, so I was a full-time student, and I also had a part-time job, so I was always busy going here and there. But the campus life was very demanding because you have one time you're in class, next time you're spending 3 to 4 hours in a lab course, and then working on assignments and writing reports, writing midterms. So yeah, it was very demanding, and I had many chances to build my social network as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I really liked that I had my lectures in person, as I had a chance to meet my professors and ask them any questions if any. And
Mm-hmm.
it was easier to get in touch with them because you could just knock at their door and they would be there to answer your questions um,
Mm-hmm.
if there are. And I also had opportunities to volunteer my time.
Mm-hmm.
Although I was very busy, I would still make some time to volunteer. One time I was volunteering with UVic as an orientation leader, just to show the new students and the incoming students around campus, and telling them about the services that the campus has to offer. And I also volunteered my time with English Language Center as a facilitator, and I was helping them organize some events for students who come here to learn English.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a great time on campus.
To be honest, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that you took those opportunities, volunteering opportunities, because I happen to know that you speak 4 different languages. Can you help me? Which one? You speak English, you speak Hindi, and is it French?
Yeah.
Which?
So Hindi is my mother tongue. So I speak
Mhm.
Hindi and English. And I also understand Punjabi
Uh-huh.
because my family speaks Punjabi.
Okay.
And I have learned French for about 8 to 10 years. So I understand French. And then as an elective, I took Japanese at school. And I was also working in a Japanese takeout place.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the perfect atmosphere to learn and practice my Japanese. So I've been learning Japanese for the last 1.5 years.
Amazing. And with those languages, you can actually live anywhere on this continent, but actually on the whole planet. What I want to know is more about like daily life on campus. Like how many hours do you spend on campus? And if you can, walk me through your regular student day.
Yeah, so I was taking 5 courses almost every semester, and I had lectures in the morning. Some days I had labs, so I would spend 4 hours in the lab, and like that's pretty much my whole day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would stay late in school if I wanted to work on other things and other stuff like writing reports and working on assignments.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and then I was able to meet friends and make new friends, and then we will all get together and work in a study group, working on like our tests and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that was very useful for me to do well in my studies.
Mm-hmm.
And I would also meet some friends on campus just to have lunch with, or just to catch up, have coffee and talk and chat a little bit. So
Mm-hmm. And did you make friends with also some other international students?
yeah, plenty, so many, because I was part of events on campus where I could meet new people. So I would, even though even when I was volunteering my time, I made so many friends. Yeah.
Amazing. One of the best parts of student life, for sure.
Definitely.
Now we have to land in 2020, and this is the year of change, and I want to talk about that change. So how this coronavirus changed your campus life?
It really impacted it. Campus was shut down and all the classes were transitioned online. By the time it came into Canada, I was pretty much done with my semester at that time. So it wasn't a huge impact until I started all my classes online. So that way you're not sitting with people in person. You can't whisper into each other's ears that, oh, I don't understand what is going on. So yeah, you are just on your own working through the stuff. And definitely it becomes hard for both the professors and the students to learn this way. But so far we have been doing it, and I think we can still do it as long as we have to. Yeah.
Can you tell me more about your lab work? Were you able to finish your assignments? Because you said the campus was shut down, but what happened actually with the lab?
For the lab courses, I was pretty much done with the lab work that I had. Some of the lab work had to be put on hold. And as in when campus opens, I can go back and work on it. But one of my lab courses, I was lucky enough that I could work from home and write some paper and publish a report out of it. So that was nice. But otherwise, yes, definitely. It is very hard for me to get into the lab and actually perform some chemistry. But it's something that is on hold, and hopefully it'll resume in future.
You could do your lab work at home. You could do your lectures, and you couldn't meet but you couldn't meet your study group. And I want to know how that affected you.
Because all of us are busy, and we have to get together in group projects, and we have to work on certain things. This semester, I found it really hard to meet new people and that I could get along with and I could study for my classes. A lot of the group projects that I had to work on were also great. Like, it helped us engage with the material, but I wasn't able to get to know other people on a personal level. We all were just getting together, making time to work on the project. So we didn't really get a chance to know each other because all of us are so busy with other classes and tests and other things.
So I can relate to you in this situation because I also experienced, when I was a student, something like collective catastrophe. And I remember being one person before it happened, and it lasted more than 1 year. We'll see with Corona, but in my case, it lasted more. And in a sense, you start withdrawing. So although you have the same goals and the same direction, and you're into your lectures, and you want to study, you want to be that person, by not making those connections, by not being out there all the time, in a sense, you become disconnected. And I felt, when I go back and now reflect on that time, I see how I became pretty restless and pretty doubtful. So, and moody. I was going through a lot of cycles of anger and sadness, and that's why I'm actually asking you, are you experiencing the same?
I have mixed feelings. I sometimes feel very lazy because I'm sitting at home all day and just sitting in front of a screen in my pajamas and working at my own convenience, at my own pace. So yes, I would feel that I felt very lazy. I felt very lonely as well because I was the only one working and dealing with all this. I mean, not the only one, like we are all in this together, but in different rooms, in
Yes.
different places. So I was alone that I had to deal with everything myself, and I'm just staying at home all day. And staying at home hits different when you have to and when you want to.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
that made me very sad and very lonely for sure. I wasn't able to see my friends
Mhm. Mhm.
that often.
Yeah, what you're actually learning, and I happen to understand that also, is self-reliance, how to motivate yourself, how to guide yourself, how to be, uh, gain a specific sense of personal power. Like I'm free to do whatever I want, but I have so many responsibilities. So you have to find the middle ground between freedom and responsibilities. And that's a source of power, but it takes time and you're in a sense maturing faster. So we'll see what will happen in the end of this journey. Can we outline the advantages and disadvantages of this new way of learning?
Um, Definitely. I will start with advantages that I really like. I was working from the comfort of my home. If I have to sit in pajamas, I was sitting in pajamas and just working and watching my lectures. And I had access to all my course materials and all my notes at all times, so that they would really help me in writing my midterms and tests, of course, with the permission of our professors.
Mhm.
Um, but the disadvantages of this were that I wasn't memorizing anything at all. So because I wasn't memorizing, I was learning less. That's what I felt. A little drawback of everything being online.
Mhm.
And another thing was because everything was so easily available to me, I felt like I'm procrastinating a lot.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm meeting deadlines, but I'm pretty much leaving everything to the last minute.
Mhm.
So although I could have done better,
Mhm.
I wasn't able to because I was procrastinating, because you're lazy and you don't feel like doing stuff because it already is there with you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a problem, and especially a lot of people are actually complaining that they are all the time working. So maybe you felt like you're studying all the time, like there is no place for anything else because there are no breaks and there is no way to get out. In many months we spend a lot of time just being inside, not getting out. So in a sense, you feel that you're constantly working, although as you said, a lot of time it's just a waste of time. Waste of
Yeah,
time.
exactly. I feel that way. Like initially when I was on campus, I would have, let's say, 1 hour from one class, and then I have 30-minute break, and then I have another class. So like I would just go around and walk around or like chat with people in like that time span. And then so I found myself being more productive then than what I am now.
What would you say about this experience of student life in 2020 comparing to the previous years?
Um, it's definitely not better than previous year, but it's also not the worst,
Mm-hmm.
because I found how supportive and amazing my professors were this entire term. They
Mm-hmm.
were easily available through email or through office hours as well. A lot of times they had to, like, they answered my emails even outside their working hours.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
like I would get response to my emails at like 10 p.m. or something. So it shows that both of us are working constantly 24/7. So yeah, I found a lot of support, and I also found that I'm not alone. There are so many others. Like, it's pretty much the whole world that is dealing with this. So that made me feel a little bit better that I have other people who I can relate with.
This is your last year, and I'm guessing that you're thinking about your graduation day. It's a huge thing to come on a stage and receive that diploma and celebrate with your family and friends. I want to hear, how are you feeling about that day and the possibility that you might miss it?
I'm definitely excited that I'm graduating, but I feel bad. I feel sad that I'm not able to celebrate it the way I should have celebrated it with my family and friends. And it's one of the biggest achievements of my life, but I'm not getting a chance to celebrate it and mark that day when I actually receive my diploma with all the honor and all the show. You know, you go up on a stage and then you get pictures. I'm sad that I won't get to see my parents and their feeling of being proud. I can't see them that they are proud of me, that I have finished this 4 years of my bachelor program. And I feel sad that they won't be here probably by the time I get my graduation. So again, it makes me feel very sad and makes me feel more lonely, because I was really looking forward to having them over, taking them around and inviting them over to my graduation ceremony. But now it's all gone. I
Are you
mean,
sure?
even if we are having it later on, like the moment's gone.
Yes.
So,
Are you sure that it won't be a graduation day for this year, 2021?
there might be something at the end of this year, but like I can't really say anything. It pretty much depends on the situation of the virus and how much we have it under control. So, yeah.
If you will have one, I will be in your celebration team.
Yes.
If you need somebody to cheer, because everyone should mark that day. That's like a real accomplishment, and as you said, it's a huge one. It's not your first. You already graduated high school. You came to a foreign country. That's also accomplishment. Don't forget that. You're living on your own last 4 years. That's a huge one for your independence and self-reliance. You're going through the pandemic, which is also maturing you, and it's a huge event in your life. So I hope you will have your graduation day, and I would love to be there and cheer for you. It's time to finish this video, and I wanted to talk a little bit about a future, so-called future. So you said you're finishing this spring, 2021, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's end of university and you will get your bachelor degree, but you will have a short break, after which you have to either you have to take another step. So either you will work or look for some job opportunities or go after another courses on UVic. So what are your plans about that? And how do you feel about the future with Corona?
Yeah, I feel that there aren't as many opportunities as there would have been if it wasn't for coronavirus, for sure. Right now, my plan of action would be to look for a job. Like, as I said, there aren't as many opportunities. So that means I have even lesser options And earlier I had some ideas in my mind that, oh, maybe I want to do this, or I want to explore this field with my degree, maybe see what I can do with my degree. But now I just have to take what comes my way and take it from there. I had a lot of plans that what I want to do, but for now they're all on hold. Um, because for me right now, the most important thing is to find a job and work on my career. I also have plans of starting with my master's program sometime soon. And it pretty much all depends on when I find a job. And so I get back to school and get another degree. Yeah.
Riddhi, I would like you to promise me that you won't put your big dreams on hold. Don't give up on your profession. Sometimes when we are in survival mode, we usually put our dreams on hold and do whatever it takes to survive. And I know that a lot of people are in that mindset, and that's the way they live because they have to. But have some faith, do what it takes, but every now and then go outside and check if there is some good position or opportunity which will which if you make that opportunity, like, which will take you to the place you want to be one day.
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely am looking places. I also have to agree that right now it's more about survival than you're actually out there and achieving success and thriving where you are. But like for future, I am definitely hopeful. Even if the virus is going to be here, it's not going to be it's not going to be impacting our lives for very long, and we are going to get out of this mode, and we're all going to emerge as better people who have learned so much from our experiences now that we know how to deal with certain situations and use those skill sets out there in the world to actually start thriving and not just surviving. So I'm very hopeful for my future.
I love your answer, and I love your positive spirit. We need that. We need that, and we need to believe that things will come into place, and we will make it. We will make it. Thank you so much for being a part of Liminal World. Thank you for sharing your story, and I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks for giving me a chance to be a part of this project. And I'm very happy that you chose me as a representative for youth. So I'm hoping that I did a decent job in expressing all of our thoughts.
Yes, you did. I wish you all the luck, and
Thank
Happy
you.
New Year. And
Yes,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Okay.